Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I am going to be showing you, well, me and Nathan are going to be showing you how to make my whole wheat chocolate chip cookies with caramel and pecans. So they're kind of indulgent, but they've got whole wheat in them, so they're a little bit healthy, right? So Nathan's gonna work on mixing together our wet ingredients and I'm gonna work on mixing together our dry ingredients. So, Nathan, pour in that melted butter in here.
All of it? Yes.
So Nathan has 1 cup of butter that has melted and sat so that it's cooled somewhat.
Delicious.
He's going to mix that with 1 cup of brown sugar.
1 cup. Oh, brown sugar. It's called brown.
Meanwhile, while he's doing that, I'm mixing together our dry ingredients, which is 2.5 cups of whole wheat flour. And then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. One tip that I recently learned about baking with whole wheat flour is if you are using it and transferring a recipe to that, if you normally bake by weight, bake by volume with the whole wheat, because whole wheat actually weighs less than all-purpose flour does. So you want to do it by volume, which is dry measures, instead of by weight, just to make sure that you're getting an adequate 1-to-1 comparison. Okay, so my dry ingredients are together. Now you need 2/3 of a cup of regular sugar in there.
2/3.
Okay, 2 of those.
2/3. Looking amazing already.
And then it's going to take 2 eggs.
2 tablespoons.
We're not making an omelet.
No.
Mix in the eggs. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract as well. Next up, we're going to work on our filling for this, which is going to be, as I mentioned, pecans and chocolate chips and caramels. So for the caramel, you can either make your own caramels or buy them at the store. I have used the caramel bits before that are in the little round balls, but the thing that I don't like about those is they pretty much stay in the bit form. They don't like get into a nice mushy little pool of caramel. So I'm using just store-bought unwrapped caramels that I'm going to cut in half, because the whole caramel is a little bit too much, but I'm just going to cut these in half, and that should give us the desired texture that we want. All right, now that we've got these all combined, mixed together, I'm going to use my little cookie scoop. It's about the size of a tablespoon, and just put these onto some parchment lined trays. They're going to go into a 350-degree oven and bake for about 10 minutes until they look like a chocolate chip cookie should. Basically a little bit flattened out, a little bit crispy around the edges. One of the things that's really interesting about this type of cookie, and actually pretty much any baked good that you're using whole wheat in, is that it gets better as it sits. So like the first time that you take these out of the oven, and try a cookie, you might be like, wow, that's kind of hard. That's not that good. If you let it sit for about 2 or 3 days, not kidding, 2 or 3 days, it will get softer and softer as it sits, because that's one of the things that whole wheat does. And it actually, the flavors come out more. Like, this is a cookie that is actually better made ahead. So if you're making these for an event, unlike a traditional chocolate chip cookie where you want to have it nice and warm out of the oven, you actually want to let these sit for a couple days before you serve them. So I hope that you guys found this cookie recipe helpful. I will show you the finished product once it comes out of my oven here shortly. And if you have any questions about how to bake cookies with whole wheat, leave me a comment below and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks, guys.